Writers Contest. It just means a lot to me. I am a member of a writers critique group. I have to say that, Mesa Writers Guild, and I appreciate all their help and suggestions in making my writing better. I published my first novel last year, Moonglow, and it is available here in this library, Tempe Library, and other local libraries and bookstores, as well as on Amazon. So this story, The Hobo Shack, was inspired by a song by Anne Percival called Jenny Loved Trains. And it took me back to my hometown in rural Illinois. There was a train that ran through the town, and it ran over a creek, and there was an abandoned building. And I thought, as I listened to that and remembered my experience, that there must be a story in there somewhere. So here it is. I'm going to read the first few pages of The Hobo Shack, and the title character's name is Jenny, after the girl in the song. And it takes you up to where they find the abandoned building, and then it gets more interesting from there. But I just want to say it's about a young girl who has the courage of her conviction. So here we go. Tara and I sat on the stoop of my house after picking buckets full of dandelions. My dad gave us $0.25 a bucket, and we had to decide what to do with the $1 we each had in our jeans pockets. Tara stood up and tugged on her t-shirt. It had got so tight on her it barely reached to the waist of her jeans. Tara's breast buds pushed against her shirt, and I wondered when I'd start to grow some breasts myself. Most of the other girls in my 7th grade class were already wearing bras, and Tara was a year younger. It wasn't fair. I blinked into the sun and stood up too. I suppose we could go to town and get an ice cream and a soda. I pushed my bangs aside to wipe the sweat off my forehead. Good idea, Jenny. Let's ride our bikes. How about we go out by the creek and have us a picnic? I don't know. My brother told me hobos hang out around there. Really? Hobos? Yeah, they're rapists and perverts. No telling what they'd do to us. I never heard of anybody getting hurt by no hobo. Well, you don't know everything that goes on around here. And your brother does? Well, he knows more than you. He's older, you know, and he sees and hears stuff. Anyway, how are we going to ride bikes and carry sodas and ice cream? We could get the ice cream in cups with those little wood spoons and have Mrs. P put them in a bag for us. Nah, they'd be all melty by the time we got to the creek. All right, then, what's your idea? I don't know. What if we got candy bars and canned sodas? That might work. Deal. Race you to the soda shop. The soda shop was quiet on Saturday afternoon. Old Mr. Warner sat at the far end of the counter, reading the newspaper and sipping from a cup of steamy coffee. He set the cup down, folded the paper, and brought it up close to his face, squinting and adjusting his glasses. Tara and I went straight to the candy counter and made our selections. I got a Mars bar, and Tara picked a Baby Ruth. We took them to the counter and sat on the stool, swinging our legs. Mrs. P came to take our money. What are you gals doing here on such a purty day? If I was you, I'd be out playing in the park or lolling in the backyard.